Tonight I present you with my last proposed budget as mayor. As odd as those words sound, it is a reality. I'm extremely proud to reflect on the last 16 years. No matter the opportunities or challenges that we've faced, Issaquah's vision of building a sustainable community still guides everything that we do. In its essence, a sustainable community encompasses three elements: a commitment to environmental protection, a strong economic base, and an excellent quality of life for our citizens. Back in 1998, as a new mayor, I pledged to be a good steward of the resources that we use every day so that future generations will have a healthy place to live. My proposed 2014 budget reflects that same pledge. This financial roadmap also reflects our strengthening but still vulnerable economy by focusing on our essential services, as well as using conservative and well-informed forecasts. On the topic of the environment, one of the three elements of sustainability, Issaquah's dedication to the environment spans decades. The list of initiatives is too long to review tonight, but it includes waste reduction, land preservation, green building, clean mobility, and even urban agriculture. In August of this year, hundreds of our community members gathered under the summer sun to celebrate the opening of Confluence Area Park, the crown jewel of not only our city park system, but of the green necklace encircling Issaquah. Over the decades, and it has taken decades, as we preserved this land piece by piece, we never lost sight of our goal to not only create a beautiful park in the heart of downtown, our historic downtown, but also preserve the critical natural environment surrounding the confluence of the East Fork and main stem of Issaquah Creek. Today, we're planning for what's next. My proposed budget includes $1.3 million for enhancing habitat along the nearby stream bank. It is important to note also that in this November, Issaquah voters will decide on a $10 million park bond measure to protect open space and wildlife habitat, improve neighborhood parks, and make repairs to the Julius Bohm Pool. If approved, we will be ready to amend our budget to reflect these new projects. I've also budgeted an additional $35,000 to help us fund several other habitat restoration projects throughout the city, and those include removing invasive plants, reintroducing native vegetation, and mending flood-damaged areas. Moving to our economy, seemingly every week we've been celebrating new businesses opening in Issaquah. Grand Ridge Plaza, the new retail core in the Issaquah Highlands, is bustling with activity. Meanwhile, our new Economic Development Department is diligently working to strengthen Issaquah's economy and create more local jobs. Next year, I've proposed funding to support the City Council's goals of developing a tourism business plan in partnership with the Greater Issaquah Chamber of Commerce, as well as creating a professional marketing packet in collaboration with our city's Economic Vitality Commission. Our economic development team is also working closely with both Costco and Swedish on development agreements that will mutually benefit all parties. On the Valley floor, the team is focused on implementing the first steps of the Central Issaquah Plan, which the Council adopted last year, and which will guide the long-term evolution of our commercial core into a more sustainable urban area that will meet our community's needs for environmental protection, jobs, housing, and transportation. Speaking of transportation, this proposed budget supports continued progress toward making roadway improvements along with enhanced bike and pedestrian routes in the North Issaquah area. All of the roads in that area are operating at or near their capacity. These upgrades will significantly help mobility as well as economic development in this particular area. An additional $1.4 million is budgeted to revamp Rainier Boulevard between Northwest Juniper Street and Dogwood Street. This project will improve safety, mobility, parking, and access to our new Confluence Area Park. Another $6,200 will be used to continue our Complete Streets program, which boosts safety for pedestrians and cyclists by connecting missing links throughout Issaquah's transportation system. The last element of sustainability, an excellent quality of life for our residents, is a main focus of my proposed budget for next year. Issaquah is still recovering from these challenging economic times. Talk with any of our human service providers who selflessly serve our community members, and it's clear that the need for assistance is significant. In Issaquah, meeting basic human needs is a shared responsibility. For 2014, I propose that Issaquah increase its funding from $8.50 to $9 per capita for its human service agencies, which include everything from the Issaquah Food and Clothing Bank to senior services. In total, that amount is close to $300,000. Oftentimes, our local agencies leverage these contributions to receive additional grants so that we know that this investment is one that's multiplied throughout the community. In the past, the city's liaison to human service agencies has served on a part-time basis. Next year, we plan to hire a person full-time to fill this critical role, which will be focused on planning, developing, and managing programs related to human and social sustainability. Another critical factor in our excellent quality of life involves keeping our roads, water mains, and other infrastructure in the best possible conditions. My budget recognizes that this ongoing maintenance and repair is one of our city's most critical tasks. Safety, obviously, is paramount to cultivating an excellent quality of life. Next year, I propose adding an additional patrol officer to our police department to reflect Issaquah's growth and safety needs. This budget also fully funds our Eastside Fire and Rescue partners, who provide essential fire and emergency medical services to our community members every day. Providing enhanced levels of service, all while working within a constrained and conservative budget, is a difficult task. And our city team is up for that challenge. Next year, our employees will continue training on how we can provide the best customer service possible that is both efficient and valuable. We're focused on bringing out the best in our employees, who give every resource and ability that they can to make this a wonderful community. This will encourage participation and input at all levels and ensure that everyone works toward common goals and a shared vision. Toward that effort, we plan to upgrade our financial system next year, and that will boost productivity and enhance communications between departments. Fulfilling a city council goal, an additional $55,000 is budgeted to conduct a feasibility study for a city campus. Currently, our staff are located in more than 10 different buildings, which causes inefficiencies and customer service challenges. To help maintain our long-term capital needs, I am proposing a 1% increase in property taxes. Using this year's assessed value, the cost of this increase for a $420,000 home would be $4.20 per year. This small increase won't generate significant revenues for the city in the short term. In fact, the total from that would be, for next year, would be $69,707. It will, however, help us build capacity for the future. In a decade, the cumulative effect from this small adjustment could pay large dividends and provide important resources for the city to meet the rising cost of doing business, pay for infrastructure, and match our community's future service needs. My budget maintains existing water, sewer, and stormwater rates. Those will be the same. For 2014, my proposed expenditures from the general fund totaled $36,143,940. We will end 2013 with an estimated fund balance of $7.5 million, a bit over $7.5 million in the general fund, which represents 21% of our total expenditures. Meanwhile, the cash reserves through 2014 are expected to remain near current levels. While I have learned many lessons as mayor, one of the most important is this: building a sustainable community takes time, dedication, patience, and an unwavering commitment to continuous improvement. My proposed budget for 2014 keeps this exciting momentum going. Our vision of a sustainable Issaquah, complete with a thriving natural environment, strong economic base, and excellent quality of life for our citizens, is something we continuously strive for year after year, decade after decade. The work is far from done. Moving forward, however, I am confident that we have the right values, wonderful people, and a passion to continue this visionary work for our future generations. Respectfully submitted. Thank you.